Hi, my name's Trinity and I'm an ERP advisor with Striven, and today we're covering vendor management. And in this video, we're going to talk about the vendor dashboard. So like I mentioned, we're going to talk about the vendor dashboard, managing your widgets on the dashboard, and then setting up your filters for those widgets on the dashboard. So let's jump right in and get started. To access your vendor dashboard, you're going to go to Vendors and then Dashboard. Once on your vendor dashboard, you can click Manage Widgets to add additional widgets onto your dashboard. Something to keep in mind is these can be duplicated, so each filter on each widget can be adjusted accordingly, so you can have multiple information displayed per widget. To add a widget, you would simply click the widget and drag it onto the board on where you'd wish it to be. Once you're ready, you would just hit close. So let's take these widgets one at a time. Let's start with our top vendors build. This widget here is going to list which vendors do we do the most business with. So I can see from here, I do my most business with PG&E. Going down the list, you can see it's sorted by the top build to the least build at the bottom. I have my filter set to all, but you can change it from all to another date range as well, such as this quarter or last month. Hitting the three dots here will take you to the settings or the option to remove the widget. Clicking on the settings for the top build vendors will allow you to rename the widget accordingly. Let's move on to the AP summary. The AP summary widget is going to display how much has been billed in total, how much has been paid in total, and how much has been credited in total for your vendors based on the date range you have selected here. As you can see, I have mine set to all, but I can change this, similar to the other widget, to a specific date range, such as last quarter. Hitting the three dots here will take you to the settings and an option to remove it. Clicking on the settings will allow me to rename it, but then I can also filter based on a particular vendor, which can also be multi-stacked as well. Moving on to our next widget, we have the Add Vendors widget. The Add Vendors widget is going to allow you to quickly add things into the system, such as vendors, contacts, purchase orders, bills, and bill payments. You can see I click on vendors. It's going to take me to the vendors list so I can quickly add a new vendor. I also have the option to import vendors right from here by clicking this icon too. Clicking the three dots and going to the settings, you can see that you can rename this widget if you wish. Now let's talk about our last widget, which is the Recent Vendors widget. This is going to display vendors that you have most recently viewed within the system. Scrolling over the names, I can have some additional options as well, such as I can see who has viewed this vendor recently, and I can see the last viewed and the most viewed. I can also share this with someone, so this is going to give me the direct link to this account. I can quickly add a new vendor, and then hit the three dots here to go to the additional tabs within the vendor's information quickly without having to navigate away from this page. Hovering over once again, if you notice there's a pin icon over here. So I can pin this vendor to the screen, so the next time I come to this location, they're always going to remain at the top since I pinned them. Maybe there's a vendor that I don't want necessarily on this list. That's fine. I can do so by using the Remove button here to hide them. Clicking on the three dots for this widget will allow you to rename the widget accordingly.